Another healthcare startup also looking to disrupt the industry. It's backed by Thrive Capital and Richard Branson's Virgin Investments. It's called Capsule Pharmacy, looking to streamline the prescription process by offering free at-home delivery. For more now, we're joined by Capsule Pharmacy CEO Eric Kinariwala. Good to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
Let's just make sure everybody understands how this works. You don't actually have any storefronts. You don't want any storefronts. Instead, somehow I get my prescription to you and you deliver it how soon? By when?
Exactly. So we have a single location in Midtown Manhattan, and we deliver to all 5 boroughs in New York City, and we can turn the prescription around within 2 hours.
How much do you charge me for that prescription fee delivery?
The prescription is the same price as it would be at any other pharmacy, and there's no fee for delivery, so it's completely free to you as the customer.
And can anybody use it? I think about just us here, and we have, CVS Caremark. Can I still get my prescription filled by you, even though I've got a PBM that I'm routed to through the office?
Absolutely. We would love for you to try it out.
Okay.
So how hard is it to do this? Because you say your couriers go through background checks, they go through bicycle safety, make sure they're HIPAA compliant. I mean, I imagine something like this is something that you want to expand, or others certainly will want to expand outside of New York City. Is that going to be really expensive?
We think everybody needs a better pharmacy experience, starting here in New York, and then scaling the business both nationally and internationally. I think what's unique about Capsule is it's a combination of a bunch of different things that's hard to do. So we've built a brand that consumers love. We have a physical operation that's efficient, and then we've built a real technology platform that powers everything. And so the unique part of Capsule is bringing those 3 things together in a really unique combination to enable that to happen.
So were you moved by these reports of what Amazon is trying to do in wholesale licenses? And do you think the reaction to that was overdone? What are you afraid they're going to do?
Yeah, I think, there's kind of 2 things with Amazon we think could happen. I think Amazon is going to do one of 2 things, and they're going to really leverage their existing capabilities in warehousing and distribution. And so one, which I think is a consensus view, is they'll open a mail order pharmacy focused really on the cash generic market, which is about $30 billion. Walmart currently dominates that, and I think it's really bad for Walmart. I think the other part that's potentially interesting to think about that we haven't heard a lot of people talk about is, there's kind of 4 data points with Amazon getting the wholesale distribution market. One is when you look at the profit pool of where the drug supply chain is today, you've got all of the margin for the big wholesalers, McKesson, Amerisource, and Cardinal. All of that is in generic drugs. They make about 75% margin there. And when you look at really where they're making money, it's selling to small independent pharmacies. And virtually 100% of the profit for these companies are derived there. Data point number 2 is out of the 70,000 pharmacies in America, there's 22,000 independents. The third data point is that when I look at where Amazon's business has gone over the last 10 years, it's really a third-party business. They're enabling commerce rather than being the retailer. And so those 3 things kind of lead me to believe that Amazon could really come in, use their scale advantage, and collapse the margin structure of the wholesale industry. It's really bad for McKesson.
Another potential competitor out there, when I look at the CVS Aetna deal, to me it looks designed to corral people, to prevent them from going to you. You're going to use this health insurance company, which is going to direct me to this particular pharmacy, which is going to have services there, and somehow push those customers only to places and not be allowed to use you. Aren't you worried about that?
I think the CVS Aetna thing felt pretty inevitable to us. As you think about what CVS started to do 2 years ago, rebranding the business around healthcare, they've had a lot of trouble with the store base. Salesforce sales are down a couple of percent every quarter. And I think buying a health insurer was the only logical way for them to expand the business. I think ultimately neither company has really figured out how to build high trust relationships with the consumers, and that's really what is needed to make a dent in healthcare.
But that wouldn't ring fence their customers away from you?
Not really, because you've already had, Aetna and CVS have already had a long-standing arrangement, and so the ability for Aetna and CVS to create whatever type of network they wanted to create has existed for many years. So I don't see the actual combination of them through an ownership structure really changing the relationship that they've already built over the last 3 or 4 years.
And prevent people from going to you if they want to.
Yeah, I think consumers ultimately want choice, and pharmacy is the part of the healthcare system that is the most retail.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.